You look at the numbers and feel a knot in your stomach. The debt feels like a weight you can't shake. The future feels uncertain, a fog you can't see through. Maybe you're a parent trying to give your kids a better life, an independent professional wondering when you'll finally feel secure, a young person buried under student loans, or an entrepreneur pouring everything you have into your dream. You've heard about investing, but it feels like a secret language, a game played by people who already have money. The advice you find online is either too complicated, too risky, or too good to be true. It's frustrating, it's exhausting. But what if the problem isn't you? What if the problem is that you're only being taught the first level of the game? Today, we're not just going to talk about stocks and bonds. We're going to unlock the 7 levels of investing. This isn't about getting rich quick. It's about getting rich for good. From the most basic step you can take today, no matter how much debt you have, to the strategies the 1% use to protect and grow their fortunes. This is the roadmap you never got. It's the truth they don't teach in school or on Wall Street. By the end of this video, you won't just know what to do. You'll know who you need to become to achieve financial freedom. So, take a deep breath, and let's begin. Most people think level 1 is buying your first stock. They're wrong. Level 1 is about investing in yourself. You can't build a mansion on quicksand. If you're buried in debt, the highest return investment you can make is to pay it down. Not because of the interest rate, but because of the mental and emotional freedom it gives you. Think of it like this. Every dollar you spend on high-interest debt is a dollar that's not working for you. It's a weight on your ankle. The first step is to cut that cord. Create a small emergency fund, even just $500. This is your life raft. It gives you the breathing room to think clearly, to make decisions from a place of power, not panic. Before you put a single penny into the market, invest in your own peace of mind. Imagine your financial life as a garden. You can buy the most expensive seeds in the world, but if your soil is full of rocks and weeds, nothing will grow. Level 1 is clearing the soil. It's about creating a fertile ground for everything else to flourish. This is the level that's accessible to everyone. Right now, no matter your income, you've cleared the ground. Now, it's time to plant. Level 2 is automating your savings and investments. This is where most people fail. They rely on willpower. They say, I'll invest what's left over at the end of the month, but there's never anything left. This level is about removing the decision altogether. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to a savings or investment account the day after you get paid. Even if it's just $25 or $50, you won't miss it, but over time, it will change your life. This is where you learn to pay yourself first, treating your future freedom as the most important bill you have. This isn't a strategy for the wealthy. It's a strategy for the smart. This is like building a dam, one bucket of concrete at a time. It seems insignificant at first, but each small consistent action builds an incredible structure that can withstand any storm. Level 2 is about consistency over intensity. You're consistent, you're building a foundation. Now, we finally talk about the market. Level 3 is embracing the power of index funds. Forget trying to pick the next Apple or Tesla. The data is clear. Most professional investors can't beat the market over the long term. An index fund, like a fund that tracks the S&P 500, is a simple low-cost way to own a small piece of the 500 largest companies in America. This is the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it strategy. You don't need to be a genius. You just need to be patient. It is an ideal starting point for young investors and busy professionals who don't have time to research individual companies. As legendary investor Jack Bogle once said, don't look for the needle, buy the haystack. This is the ultimate truth of long-term investing. It's a marathon, not a sprint. This level is about trusting the market, not your ability to predict it. You've mastered the basics, you're consistent. Now, you're an architect. Level 4 is about portfolio diversification. This is where you start to branch out. You're not just buying the haystack anymore. You're adding other kinds of crops to your farm. This could mean adding international stocks, bonds, or even looking into real estate. The goal isn't just to grow, but to protect. When one part of the market is struggling, another can hold steady. A diverse portfolio is like a strong rope made of many different strands. If one strand breaks, the rope still holds. For independent professionals and entrepreneurs, this is critical. It's about building a financial life that isn't solely dependent on your business or career. Imagine you're building a ship. Levels 1 through 3 gave you the engine and the sails. Level 4 is about building the hull and adding a life raft. It's about designing your finances to weather any storm. You've built a strong portfolio. You have a fortress. Now it's time to become an owner. Level 5 is about direct ownership, buying individual stocks or owning real estate. This is where the emotional connection to your investments deepens. When you buy a share of a company, you're not just buying a number on a screen. You're buying a tiny piece of an idea, a product you believe in. This level is for people who have the time, the passion, and the knowledge to research and understand what they're buying. This could also be a second home that you rent out, a small piece of land, or a stake in a private company. This level requires conviction and a deep understanding of value, not just price. Think of your favorite coffee shop or the brand of shoes you love. When you buy stock in that company, you're becoming a part owner of something you already believe in. It's no longer an abstract concept. It's a real, tangible asset. You're not just an investor, you're an operator. Level 6 is about investing in your own business or a side hustle. This is the ultimate level of control. The returns on your own business can far exceed anything the stock market can offer. For entrepreneurs, this is their superpower. For everyone else, this is where you explore building a new income stream. This isn't about quitting your job, it's about building something on the side: a consulting gig, an online store, a service you offer. This is where you connect your skills, passions, and time to create something from scratch. This level is about understanding that your most valuable asset is your time and your ability to create value. The first 5 levels are about fishing in the ocean. This level is about building your own fish farm. You control the environment, the feed, and the entire process. This is the difference between being an employee of the system and being the architect of your own. And finally, we reach the highest level, the one they never talk about. Level 7 isn't about making money. It's about making money matter. This is generational wealth. It's about creating a legacy that can support your children, their children, and beyond. This isn't just about passing down assets. It's about passing down knowledge, values, and a financial system that enables them to live free. This is the ultimate act of love and responsibility. This level requires you to think beyond your own lifespan, to build not just a portfolio, but a dynasty of purpose and possibility. This is where your financial journey becomes less about you and more about the ones you love. This is the difference between planting a single tree and planting an entire forest. The tree gives you shade for a lifetime. The forest changes the climate for generations. You see, you're not lost. You're just at a different level. Maybe you're on level 1, feeling that weight of debt. Or maybe you're at level 3, feeling a bit lost in the market. Wherever you are, the truth is, it's possible. You are not your past mistakes. Your debt does not define you. Your current income is not your final destination. You have the power to change your story, to start building, and to create something beautiful. It starts with a single step. So, what's your first step? Is it to finally tackle that high-interest debt? Is it to automate your first $25? Is it to open an investment account and buy your first index fund? Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. With what you have, from where you are. This isn't just about money. It's about dignity. It's about hope. It's about proving to yourself that you are worthy of freedom and peace. If this video gave you just 1 ounce of hope or 1 new idea, hit the like button. Subscribe for more videos that don't just talk about money, but about the meaning of money. And in the comments below, tell me, what level are you on, and what is the very next step you are going to take? Let's start a conversation. Let us build a community of people who are not just looking for a way out, but are committed to building a way forward.